Hello.
One and all.
Welcome to 2025.
Yeah.
Sorry, it sucks.
Oh, yeah, February? Yeah, you can still say welcome to 2025 in mid-February.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I don't know, the Happy New Year cutoff, I think, should be Valentine's Day.
It's tomorrow.
All right, it's tomorrow. Today, Happy New Year. Welcome to No Dogs in Space. My name is Marcus Parks.
I'm Carolina Hidalgo.
And today, we're going to be taking you on a journey through the world of video, the world of vinyl, and the world of ducks.
Yes, because we were so unfortunate. Yes, that is our. That is, I believe, to be David Lynch now in final form. R.I.P. to a legend, by the way, David Lynch.
Can't believe I came back as a goddamn duck.
I know, and he just sits there on my mantle, and I ignore him most of the time. And I'm not sure if it's a he, but but yes.
I see the mallard as a he.
I don't know if they're all he's. I don't think so.
I call this thing the mallard.
Oh, okay. Yes, the mallard, the David Mallard Lynch. We are sorry that we have lost you, but we are glad that you have come back in another form, and as well as somehow finding a way yourself into the Super Bowl halftime show, because all I saw was David Lynch.
The Super Bowl halftime show was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Well, actually, I don't never really have, like, the last, I think, truly great Super Bowl halftime show was the Madonna Illuminati halftime show.
Oh, yeah,
That was incredible.
She enlisted dozens of people, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe that was an MLM that she got into.
It was incredible. There was so much of this, like, satanic imagery everywhere. People lost their fucking minds. It was incredible. But the Kendrick Lamar show, I guess, is pretty much, people lost their minds, I guess, to an equal extent, but for different reasons. But I thought it was fucking fantastic to see something, like, actually subversive on a massive pop culture stage for the first time in I don't know how long.
It was elegant. And I loved it.
Yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. Mr. Tom Bombadilla said David Lynch, also great at music. Yes, he was. And that's going to be a part of our vinyl haul today. And G.R. Stevens 513, in honor of David Lynch, do you have a favorite song or piece of music from his work? We're going to be talking about that too. But thanks for giving me a little bit to think about. You got to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just a little bit.
Can I just say I like all of them? Can I just be lazy about it? I like it all. It's really good. I really like it when he yells a lot. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, you could say, I appreciate all of your kind words.
That's the duck talking, by the way.
From beyond the grave, it's me. From beyond the grave, it's me,
Yeah,
David
that
Lynch.
really works. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that hard of a voice to do. That's what I was like, because, I don't know if you guys, know this, but we're both massive RuPaul's Drag Race fans. And a couple weeks ago was the Snatch Game episode this season. And someone chose to do David Lynch. I believe it was Lydia Butthole Collins.
Yeah, who usually does a great job.
Usually does it.
Yeah.
Lydia Butthole Collins usually does a very solid job. But they did David Lynch for the Snatch Game, which Snatch Game is they impersonate celebrities. Didn't do the voice.
No.
At all.
No.
Didn't even try.
Just looked like a zombie David Lynch
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it was very sad. And we decided that we need to step in, and then we were like, let's go to William Morris Entertainment and ask them if we can actually be a judge.
Yes.
And of course, we'll wait patiently for that no.
Yeah. Don't forget to bring me along. Not going to forget you, David.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
He's
I mean, it would be
here.
like you get us and David Lynch as a duck phone. But that's a big draw.
Yeah, it's a
That's
huge
big
draw.
So yeah.
Well, speaking of huge draws, do you want to start off this whole thing? Do you want to start off with this first video? This was something that you brought to me. I find this absolutely delectable.
Yes. So I actually someone sent this to me a while back. I don't remember their name. God, I wish I do. They sent it to me and they're like, I know, Carolina, you're gonna love this. I don't even know this person, and they don't even know me really, but they knew me enough. And I looked it up. I watched the movie because it's a movie. It's all part of a movie. It's from Spain, I believe, early '80s. Enrique Llana, and it's an interesting take on what you would call a very young punk band playing at a school. So if you can, please.
Bienvenidos al Festival de la Canción
Here we go.
Infantil de Radio Doble
Their
P.
number
En primer
one
lugar, voy a
song,
presentarles esta
Cacaculo,
noche a un grupo muy
Pedo
especial,
Pis.
Los Punkitos.
Los Punkitos.
Los Punkitos con Ana. Yes. This is all in Spain, by the way. I don't know who that guy is. I didn't get to the end of the movie.
He seems like an agent.
Probably. I hope so. They look adorable.
They're absolutely adorable.
And then, you know, you go back to the movie, unfortunately, for a little bit. But that's okay.
Are they listening to it on the radio?
That's the grandfather of Enrique Ana. Or, yeah, it's a weird thing. Anyway, let's enjoy the kids. This is what the kids should be doing, all right?
It really is. Maybe we could start like some sort of after-school program.
And have them do Cacaculo Pedo Pis?
Have them do whatever they want.
All right, for all the non-Spanish speakers, or, you know, anyone who doesn't know, it's poop, ass, fart, piss. And these are, I would say, the favorite words of, I mean, I worked with children for over 11 years. It is, that and diaper is the most hilarious thing that you could ever say.
Diaper?
Yeah, you say the word diaper, you're like George Carlin to them.
What a wonderful canción infantil.
We'll come back and we'll play it again pretty much every episode from now on. It's really great. Yeah, we should bring them back. I mean, they're like 50, but we'll bring them back.
Small Shard on the chat says, once a boy told me his name was Caca. I didn't speak Spanish, so I thought it was a name for a long time.
Well, your name is Small Shart, so I don't know.
Obviously, there was some influence.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Maybe you guys should really connect again and then start a band or have children and have them start a band.
One of these days, I think we can get the No Dogs in Space after-school program.
Yes.
I think. I mean, why not? There's not going to be any Department of Education anymore, so we can slide right in there.
Okay. Yes, we start with lesson number 1, and that is everything is cool. Lesson number 2, forget lesson number 1.
Yeah.
And then the third part is just do what. You know what? I don't think we'd be good at this.
Yeah, I don't
think about it.
As far as coming up with policy, I would say my policy, number 1 for the children, just have them run for a long time.
Yes, tire them out, actually.
Really tire them out, put them behind a drum kit, and lock them into a room and hope that they don't hurt themselves.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, they will. But that's perfect. Not a lot, not hard, because I remember I used to be a tennis instructor for little kids before I did soccer. And it is nothing more stupid than giving kids tennis rackets. Yeah, that's what they do. And then they hit you. Yeah. And then you're like, what am I doing? Why am I in Park Slope and teaching kids tennis for $14 an hour? I need to get out of here. I need to get into entertainment. That'll be better.
Oh, yeah. Much better for the soul than getting whacked with tennis rackets by children. How many kids did hit you with tennis rackets?
No, not many. Not many.
More than one?
No, yeah, but not like hard. Everyone really liked me. I was good. And I really was a great, like I taught kids for like over 10 years, and I had a really great time. The kids were my favorite. Obviously, the adults were my least favorite part of the job. And to be honest, and I'm very proud of this, I never lost a child once for more than a minute. And in a public park.
Yeah,
so
it was in Central Park.
That was really good, yeah.
Perfectly fine place to lose a child.
For a minute. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
They came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they didn't look normal again. It's fine.
X-Coding Bunny X asks, what is the best episode of No Dogs to start with?
Oh, if you're a new listener, and if you are, and then you're a new stream watcher, then congratulations, by the way, for coming. Thank you. What's the best one? I don't know. It depends, like, what you are interested in?
I would say start with either Ramones, Joy Division, or Velvet Underground.
I would say Beastie Boys or The Replacements. Mm-hmm. The Replacements is my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my Holland's opus. I think that's the full word. I don't know. I don't know.
Your Holland's opus?
Yes. It's my Holland's.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's my Richard Dreyfuss moment. Yes.
Is that the moment when you fall in love with a teenage girl?
I don't remember that part of the movie.
People don't remember that part of the movie. It was a major part of the movie.
Really?
Yeah. He had a relationship with a teenage girl.
Okay, so it's just my opus.
Your opus, yeah.
No, our opus, really. Our Holland opus, by the way.
Yeah, bring me in on it.
But yes, there we go. Oh, God, no. Jeez.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm just going to say that I start with the Replacements or the Ramones, or just do whatever you want, or maybe he's like, I'm just not gonna leave. It's fine.
Let's move on to our next video.
Yeah.
The next video, I love this one so much because for the series that we're working on right now, we're about to actually finish recording it tomorrow.
Yes.
We've been talking a lot about old-timey radio DJs.
Yes, and when we say old-timey, we don't mean like 1920s old-timey. We mean actually
50s.
Yes, still old-timey.
Yeah, almost 75 years ago. But we're talking about guys like, Alan Freed, the man who coined the term rock and roll. It was a fascinating character.
Popularized.
You've been popularized, yeah. I guess it was the 60-Minute Man, Rock and Rollin' All Night Long, that had the first instance of the word rock and roll.
That was the first song that made it to mainstream from R&B to the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
That was the beginning of it all. Yes, I've been reading a book called The Big Beat by not by Alan Freed, but about Alan Freed and all the shitty things he's done, but also all the good things he's done. He's a very complicated character.
What shitty things did he do?
Okay, here we go. Payola.
Well,
we can start with Payola.
Well, I mean,
it takes
unethical.
Yes, he just pissed everyone off. Really, he really did. He kind of took everything. He didn't make any friends, and then by the end of it, he kind of realized it was lonely at the top, and then they kind of toppled him and made him a scapegoat because he wouldn't play by the rules of the corporations.
Yeah.
See, not like Dick Clark, who survived that, and then he had a really great career.
Yeah, Dick Clark had a massive career because he rolled over. He played ball. He sold all of his holdings, and he was able to be the... Allegedly sold all of his holdings, and he was the face of radio, the nice, happy, smiling face.
Which is kind of like, why would you call yourself the face of radio? Did anyone else see this is crazy?
It is an ironic, crazy thing. But if there is actually one man who I would say is the face of radio, it's Casey Kasem.
Oh, you mean, yes, he is the voice of God.
Yeah, Casey Kasem's fantastic. I used to listen to him all the time. It's weird what they're doing with his voice and AI now.
They're doing that too?
Yeah, they're doing
him?
it to him. Yeah, they're doing it to him. It's very unsettling to still hear Casey Kasem's ghostly voice on the air, counting down 1960s hits. But what Casey Kasem used to do is, of course, he was a top 40 guy. He had Casey Kasem hits. He would count down all the hits, but he would record all those beforehand. None of that was live. So what we have is a classic outtake from Casey Kasem getting real fucking angry at his producers.
About kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, and here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family.
Oh.
He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please.
Poor Snuggles.
See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. They do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying. This is fucking Ponderous, man.
Come on, take us home.
Ponderous,
Take us home.
Fucking Ponderous.
Yes.
It's
Someone make a synth song out of that now, please.
fucking Ponderous, man. Ponderous. Fucking Ponderous.
Oh man, the outtakes of No Dogs in Space is not that different.
Not extremely different. It is, but that is a challenge coming out of an extremely up-tempo song to try to fucking say something like really sad. Like, unfortunately, he died 3 days later. But it's like coming out. It's walking on sunshine. It's fucking awful.
I can see that. I can see that's hard. But yeah, one day we'll maybe we can release some outtakes sometime, because I'm sure Rob, who is our editor, Rob Oakey, I'm sure he has a whole bunch of stuff that he just saved up just to make him tickle or something.
Yeah, rainy day stuff.
Yeah, like
hearing us fuck up over and over and over again.
Remember that time where I had like a whole 2 minutes where I tried to say Paul Simonon?
Still,
it's been 5 years. Paul Simonon.
That's good. That's fine.
No, I don't think that's it.
Simonon. Paul Simonon. Cinnamon. No, that's cinnamon.
From the Sex.
From the Clash.
The Clash, not
Paul
the Sex.
Simonon.
Clash. Paul
Simonon. Eric, is that correct?
You know, why do I gotta do this fucking Ponderous thing?
Again.
No, this is exhausting. Get Don on the phone right now. Can't take it.
Fucking Ponderous, man.
Also, he was the voice of Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Paul Simonon?
Yes.
Holy shit. Wow.
In addition to being the bass player for The Clash, also the voice of Snaggletooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love Casey Kasem so much, but I'm a big radio guy. I love all the old radio DJs, and I love hearing the behind the scenes of these guys just fucking losing their minds.
I know. Me too. I mean, we've all watched Private Parts.
Yeah.
Private Parts is like what you wish radio really was, but it apparently was all a fantasy. But either way, it was still really, really fun to watch.
Yeah. Radio is not exciting.
No.
Radio is not sexy.
No, it's just this the whole time and throwing records and be like, hello.
Yeah, it's staring
that was
off
just
and
smooth jazz, and then you have to do the weather and the time and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got to do your back cells, your front cells. It's a lot of staring off into the distance while you wait for the next song. Speaking of radio, I love radio pranks. I love them so much. I love radio call-in pranks. I love when people get to do them. I love when people fall for them, and I love when ska is involved. Let's see another one.
I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving this week. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a lot of pie tasters at our house. Last year, we had some feeding issues, so I had to sit with Big D in the kids' table. But we got a lot of my famous leftover crack pie, which everyone was raving about. I almost became a choking victim. I ate so much. But listen, I want to tell you, whenever I host, it's a catch-22, because there's no doubt people are just going to complain about whatever decision I make in our family due to differences in political beliefs. So it's just sublime. It's total madness.
Right.
It's not like people need to get in Operation IV needles in their arm or anything from my cooking. I mean, you're more likely to go to a hospital from a cat bite than my cooking,
Mm-hmm.
But listen, we get in a lot of disagreements about politics at our table, and you know what? A lot of journalists are getting their voices silenced lately, and they're doing great work, especially some of the people at the Scottoon Network, and I'm sure they make less than Jake Tapper does.
That was brilliant.
My friend Jeff
That was not an
rose
easy
in stock
one.
with conservatives because some of the great work he was doing, but there were those interrupters who got in his way, and a lot of these elected board members at these meetings don't cut the mustard. Plug your ears when they speak, because these people are nothing more than a bunch of scofflaws and slackers with bad manners. So how's your Thanksgiving plans going?
Well, it's going to rain here, looks like, but I'm going to be deep frying a couple of turkeys on Thanksgiving morning.
That's
I'll put
right.
up some kind of a little tent or something to keep the rain out of the 300 oil. But that's just the way it goes.
Listen, I'm old enough to remember when gas was $1.09 and the chaos we were seeing with the supply chain and everything else. Just a bunch of deals gone bad.
Yeah, you're just a child. I bought gas as a regular teenager at 27 cents a gallon. That was the standard in the days.
I remember that too. Anyway, the whole thing is just
I remember that.
Bad operation from these forces of evil we're dealing with in the Biden administration. Oh, one more thing before I let you go. Nancy Pelosi, or as I like to call her, the skankin' pickle, is just another one of those public serpents.
Yeah.
Practicing career suicide. Machines are controlling what they do and say. Listen, have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too, sir. You take care.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
That was
it's nice.
Was that nice?
I think
that was nice.
He got damn close to naming 20 ska bands.
That was really good.
Came very, very close. Less than Jake Tapper's Inspired.
Oh my God.
It's wonderful. I mean, have you ever get called into a radio show? I used to love calling in radio shows when I was a kid.
Yes, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, Radioactivo, 98.5 in Mexico City. I would call in, me and my friend Tatiana.
Yeah?
Yeah. We would call in and we talk on, to Olayo, what's his name? Olayo Rubio? Something like that. Like, he was like big in like the late 90s. And anyone from Mexico who knows what I'm talking about, radioactive radio, that was like our shit. I mean, I really doubt anyone knows what I'm talking about. But the point is that they played a lot of top 40 and stuff. But I remember they hated the Spice Girls because the Spice Girls were awful or something like that. Yeah. But they would smoke on air and everything. And then we'd call in and we'd like, I don't even remember what we'd yell. But it was not as fun as that. But we would yell a bunch of stuff and be like, play some more, I don't know, what was it, Weezer or something. That's all I would ask.
Yeah.
And Smashing Pumpkins. I was a child. Come on.
I used to call pop stations and complain about them playing pop music.
What?
I was like 11, 12. It's like, play better music. I would call why are you playing all this horrible stuff? You need to play, but why don't you play Nirvana? I don't know why. There was a rock station, Rock 108.
And you called them and you told them this?
Yeah. They fucking hated me.
Some people never change.
Yep, they really don't.
That's amazing. It's really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I never told you about that.
And what would they say? Where they're like, oh, damn, Marcus, yes. We're wrong. We were wrong all along.
They would just say well, it's my job to play these songs. I understand, but I have to play what they tell me to play. Yeah,
there's the programming now is completely changed since then.
Melissa Z's said I called Q102 and made fart noises. That's great.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
DJ Spicy Hand says, any go-to Mexican punk bands that are active now?
Active now? You know what? It's been a long time, to be honest, since I've been to Mexico.
Yeah.
Or any punk band it's been a while. Please let me know.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. If you have anybody that you want us, if you think we would be fucking great for this.
I know, because remember, I kind of got out of it, and we're getting back into punk, which is really great because I spent a long time just listening to John Cage, and which is not. I mean, it was good for a while, but then I was like, I'm getting way too experimental with these noises, as we all know about my Stockhausen weird. Yes, David Lynch is calling.
No, I'm just saying these are great noises.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That and children screaming for some reason I was listening to for a while. And then I got into Victorian Gothic playlist music. But I need to get back to punk.
Yeah, it's time for us to get back to punk.
Actually, now is a good time to get back to punk.
Yes.
If anything.
It's a very good time. Well, we've been listening to this amazing compilation that I got you for Christmas.
Los Nuggets?
Yeah, Los Nuggets.
We should do a whole thing about it.
Yeah, we are going to eventually, but it's this fantastic 4-CD compilation that's all of these Mexican garage rock bands. Well, actually from all over South America and Spain as well.
Yeah, there's Peru, there's a Colombian band. Mm-hmm. They do a lot of 60s garage band, kind of was it Question Mark and the Mysterians? What?
Yeah, out of Michigan.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. They do a lot of that kind of 60s garage band music, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. A lot of it's covers, but they know what they're doing, especially the Peruvians, man. And I'm not just saying that because I'm half Peruvian, because I am. But they fucking nailed it.
They absolutely nail
Yes.
it. You know, and I wanted
They were better at soccer. Okay, go ahead.
before we get to our vinyl haul, I would like to showcase a man from Latin America, an incredible musician, a man that is a mariachi band unto himself. He does not need a full retinue, 12 to 14 men, all in matching outfits. All he needs is his apparatus and his sombrero. Please, Eric, let us see.
If
the one
this is a
man.
naked man, I'm going to be very disappointed / happy.
The one-man mariachi.
¡Eso! ¡Oh, señorito! Ahorita vamos a arrancar de los pies a la cabeza. Eso, oiga, con ganas.
Did he make that?
Cariñito, ¿dónde te hallas? ¿Con quién te andarás paseando? Presiento que no me engaña, por eso te ando buscando. Vengo de tierra lejana,
music so
no
much.
más.
Yes, it's all about, like, the woman cheated on me. But yes, it is fantastic. It sounds fantastic.
Oh no, it's a lot of talk about core zones. You're gonna hear a lot of core zones.
Me dieron razón que andaba en la tierra michoacana.
1 second, he's got to just check his update. Okay, he's good, he's good. The worst is when you have to update in the middle of a song.
Melissa Z's asked, where's the tuba coming from? I believe that was the little keyboard that he had in front of him. I think he had it set up as a MIDI controller for wonderful stuff. And Berserker THC says, this is why nobody leaves Margaritaville.
No one should. Not anymore.
These
What
days?
is Margaritaville? Sorry, I'm not from
Margaritaville is the fictional land that Jimmy Buffett created and lived within for
yes.
much of his career. That's where you will find your cheeseburgers in paradise.
I was there once.
yeah.
At an airport. It was in an airport.
That is
Margaritaville lives in an airport. I guess you had to go to the airport to feel calm and relaxed.
They're in the airports. They're in Times Square. They're all over Mexico.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Margaritavilles are huge. That's part of Jimmy Buffett's plan for world domination. It didn't work out, unfortunately. He died before he could reach his eventual final form because, as we all know, Jimmy Buffett was a novelist. He was a scholar. He was a songwriter, entrepreneur.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's true. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett wrote like 6 novels. Bestsellers.
About what?
You know, pirates.
Being in Margaritaville?
Mostly being in Margaritaville.
Woke up hungover.
I think they were detective novels, if I remember correctly. I believe they were detective novels. You know that song, Pencil Thin Mustache? You know, I wish I had a pencil thin mustache, because then everybody would solve crimes with me. No, that's not the song.
How do, this is all new.
What, that I know this much about Jimmy
Yes.
Buffett? My dad's a massive Jimmy Buffett fan.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he like Ernest Tubb.
He does. Yeah, he also loves that. Like, that is the
You kept
duality.
this from me for 10 years.
That's the duality of my father, is that on one hand, he's a massive Jimmy Buffett fan. On the other, loves Townes Van Zandt so much that he refers to him simply as Townes, as if he was a friend.
He's this close to naming a dog after that.
I think he did actually have a dog named Townes for a bit.
Oh my God.
Dog ran away, because dogs kind of just come in and out on the ranch in Texas. They arrive, they feed, they leave.
Your dad is a Jimmy Buffett song.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Oh yeah. No, it's
good.
It's fantastic. Let's do the vinyl haul, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm very excited.
it's a David Lynch themed.
I'm very, very excited about this.
Yeah, because we were gonna originally do this show about a month ago. I had a massive migraine,
Yeah, we were sick,
and unfortunately we had to postpone it. But it was like right after David Lynch unfortunately passed. So what this vinyl haul is going to be all about today is that this is going to be all about Twin Peaks soundtracks.
Okay, yes, exactly. So just so you know, this is not one of those psychological tests. But second of all, in case you don't know what Twin Peaks is, we'll tell you like really quick in a minute. It's this TV series that David Lynch made. Okay, we got it. Done. Very good.
Very good. That was very succinct.
I wanted to make sure everyone was on board and understood exactly what was going on.
Yeah, we got to make sure to not leave anybody behind here. Doesn't know what Twin Peaks is. Eric, if we could possibly play just the theme from Twin Peaks while we go through this fantastic. Eric, if we could please play.
I feel like I'm in Margaritaville.
Eric, we could please play this wonderful music while we go through this full package of the Twin Peaks original series box set. It's a beautiful set. You see this, first of all? Yeah? Oh, how cool is that?
That is very cool.
And you have just the trees.
Yes, because they just zoomed in on one part of the theme. But it's beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you watch the show, you recognize that as the trees that blow during segues.
Right.
And if you open, Angelo Badalamenti himself.
There he is.
You gotta, if you let it go like that, it looks terrible. But if you stretch it out.
He did this.
Yeah.
One take. No, I'm making that up.
Angelo Badalamenti, of course, was the man who did the Twin Peaks theme. He did a ton of shit. He's done a lot of really strange movies throughout the years. So he'll pop up. Just always look at the composer, and you might see Angelo Badalamenti every once in a while. He's done some like great weird sword and sorcery stuff as well. But I love this soundtrack so much. This song is one of my happy songs, like one of my calm down songs.
That's good. If you want to feel happy, this is good for that. 'Cause it brings you some peace, and it is, of course, as always, mysterious, but interesting.
Mysterious and important.
You can yes, the work is mysterious and important. But the thing is that it is the thing about Twin Peaks that we have watched together a few times.
A couple times now, yeah.
At least. Is that it is a show that is what I could describe as a soap opera that leads into some weird unknown that you can't even describe or understand. But then when you get through the other side, you're like, man, I don't know what happened, but I loved it.
Absolutely loved it.
It's exactly what Marcus said after the Super Bowl halftime show, too.
I have no idea what happened, but I loved it.
He loved it.
Absolutely.
We did.
Yeah, and we got to watch The Return again very soon because that's even more confusion. That's just confusion on top of confusion. Oh, wow. Angelo Badalamenti was supposed to do the score for Christmas Vacation.
What?
That's interesting.
TMB 476 really has the insider information on this shit. That's amazing. I could, yeah. Could you see that?
Slammy79 says a couple years ago I was shopping at Home
Weekend of Birdies. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was shopping in Home Depot and the Twin Peaks theme came on the in-store radio. Felt weird while I was buying sandpaper and respirator masks.
You're supposed to feel weird. You did it right. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And congratulations to the Home Depot employee who decided that was what he was going to do.
It's like this, I'm out. And he just presses the call button and just puts it on his phone.
Yeah. So the next record up. It's the
Not
next.
done with this.
It's the next in the series.
Oh, okay.
That one was white. This one is black. For this is the Fire Walk With Me soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Eric, if we could play my favorite song from that. I'll actually make sure to always play this before last podcast on the Left Live shows because it sets a real fucking cool vibe. It's like Fire Walk With Me. Like we watched Fire Walk With Me together, right?
Yes, it's the movie that David Bowie was in.
Yeah. That came in doing the southern accent. Judy. But this, just like the other, opens. But it opens the curtains.
Oh, okay.
And then when you open the inside, Laura Palmer.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah, because Fire Walk With Me is the dark one. It's the prequel to the TV show Twin Peaks. And that's where shit gets real. That's where you see how Laura Palmer died.
But Twin Peaks comes out, right? It's a couple seasons.
Yeah.
And then they made the film. And look at this. Keep staring in there. You will see a face. Okay, now it's our faces. Sorry.
Go back to the curtain.
Go back. Look at, you see? You see it? It's right there. Oh, you missed it. No, it's there. Oh man, I should have taken another step. There it is. That's real shit right there.
Yeah, I could see it.
Exactly. Because you see, David Lynch's genius was that you take your time. Spend some time. Just think about it. Just look into it, and then you'll find the truth in there.
What is the truth in the red curtain?
Exactly. I know it, but I won't tell you.
You've known this whole time.
Yes, you don't share.
Fine.
Find your own truth. Chat. Tell me.
Fine.
So.
And yes, Share Force, they are limited editions. As is our final.
What does limited mean, by the way? I just want to ask what a limited edition means. Like, don't they just keep making it?
That means there's fewer of them than normal.
And then they don't make it again?
Yeah, they don't make it again.
But so if they sell out, they won't make it again?
They won't make it again because it's a limited edition. And if you keep just making more limited editions, it sullies what a limited edition actually is. Means nothing.
That's not capitalism.
It's really not. It's actually not. It's communism. It's absolute communism.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's give it a
let's
shot.
Overthrow everything.
Let's give it a shot. Come on. And so the third one that I have, this is very much a limited edition, for this was a Record Store Day exclusive. It is Twin Peaks: The Return.
Okay, so this is when David Lynch put together another season.
The third season,
The third season, and that was about, 20 years or so later?
25.
25 years later after Twin Peaks, the show, and then Fire Walk with Me, and then finally The Return. Something we'd all been waiting for 25 years if we were, let's say, 3 when we were watching this. But still, it was fantastic.
It was incredible. I watched it every single week with bated breath. And the great thing about this is that even though, the sound quality is a little bit lower, picture discs. Absolutely beautiful. You got that one. And this...
And ironically, wrapped in plastic, by the way.
Wrapped in plastic.
There she is.
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, this song that is playing right now, this is a David Lynch composition called 30s Room that he did with, what's the guy's name?
So what does he play in this when he composes? Like, what does he do? Does he just tell people while he lights another cigarette? Or does he, get in there?
He gets in there.
Okay.
He composes, he makes his own music, like In Heaven, the Lady in the Radiator song from Eraserhead. He composed that, he wrote that song. This is something that Dean Hurley is a guy that David Lynch did a ton of work with, a ton of music with over the years. But yeah, this is just really nice stuff.
Yeah. No, this is good.
It's really good. Now, and this soundtrack has a bunch of incredible songs on it. Like, it's got some chromatic stuff. There is one. Have you ever heard the Threnody to the Victims of Hiroshima?
I have.
Yeah.
Actually, I have heard that.
I know you have. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. It's a composition that's supposed to be. It's supposed to represent what the people of Hiroshima went through psychically when the atom bomb dropped. It's about 9 minutes long. It's horrifying.
Yeah. Don't watch it on a flight like I did. That was a bad idea.
Why did you watch it on a flight?
I can't explain things, okay? These things happen, I end up, I on a flight, I'm just very sensitive to things, and then I end up crying usually. You know that.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
That's because it makes you very emotional, and then I'm watching all these movies, and then I listen to this music, and I'm just I'm just so happy, or sad.
Yeah. Usually it's happy. Sometimes it is sad.
Yeah, oh my God. Steel Magnolias. I'm never watching that again.
I don't know why you chose to watch scientifically, crying on a plane is easier.
Yeah, I know. I love it. It's such a good release, by the way.
Yeah.
But you listen to this stuff, you just release it all. Get it all out. No one's going to judge you if you're crying on a plane. I mean, maybe they do, but I never noticed.
I've never judged anyone for crying on a plane, and I've seen a lot of people cry on planes. Because I've been on a lot of planes. People cry on planes. If you don't fly a lot, people cry a lot more often than you think they do on planes. and for all kinds of reasons.
Marcus is checking everyone's tear ducts at every turn. How the hell do you know this? I don't look at anybody. I'm just like this.
I like to look around.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, because I like to play the game. I like to play the Lost game of like, if this were to crash on an island, how would all this work out? Who would survive? What roles would we slot each other into? Would we die?
Thanks.
DJ Spicy Hand says Lynch worked with Badalamenti for music stuff, but for sound, his go-to collaborator was Alan Splatt.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a great name for show business.
Yeah, it's Splat. That's an amazing name for a sound guy, for a guy who goes around and does like field recordings. Splat.
He went around doing that. Eventually were used to create the Lynchian worlds in the films.
Oh, and you can buy Alan Splat's sound library online.
Yeah.
Now that seems like quite the nice weekend. Just going through the Alan Splat song library. Let's see what we have here. Well, maybe we'll come back next time with some Alan Splat specials.
Make sure to at least take 1 or 2 mushrooms, because this is all we're doing now. Just weird shit.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
And then punk, of course.
Of course. DCB Art says these were Mondo releases, the Twin Peaks ones. I worked at a record store when these were released. The covers used to come damaged all the time because the laser die cutouts. Mine are undamaged. Mint condition.
What?
Mint condition.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
See, the fronts.
What do you mean? Like what? Oh.
See? They have it.
Oh, the front of it.
The front of it, yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't that fun?
I thought it was just all magic, because that is part of Twin Peaks. Is that some of it is explained and some of it is just magic, and sometimes you're just in a doorknob or you are a doorknob. We're not sure how that happened. We can't explain.
That never was. We can't say exactly.
Services didn't even know how to handle that.
We can't say who exactly becomes a doorknob, because that would, be a spoiler. But if you've never seen Twin Peaks, someone does. When you begin watching the show, remember, one of these people will become a doorknob eventually. It was more of the knob for a drawer.
I know. What you had to make it lesser than what they already were. It's like, oh well, actually they were just the tiny little thing in the back that no one uses. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
They were.
They're just kind of
so sad
back there the whole time, and they're going to be there forever.
Yes, as far as we know, because they never returned from the return.
No.
But yes, we're speaking a lot, very cryptically, but I think David Lynch would approve because he's smiling.
Yeah.
And it is important to watch the show if you want to. You don't have to get into it. I know when we first watched it, you fast forward a bunch of scenes and you're like, you don't need to know this.
Yeah,
you don't need to watch this.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
by the time we watched it together, I'd watched it 3 or 4 times already, so I knew that you didn't really need to see the subplot in season 2 when James goes and has some sort of weird affair with a woman that he's working as her mechanic. Nothing happens with that. You can just blow right through that whole thing. Most scenes with James you can really kind of blow right through, because that's just how it goes. Thanks for the subs tonight. We got Uncle Sherry, Dirk Dagger, and Hilaire Satan. Thank you very much for the
Hilaire
subs.
Satan.
We appreciate
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
We're talking about sound guys just now. We're talking about guys who go out into the world and find these incredible sounds and find just areas where the world sounds wonderful.
Like Martin Hannett?
Yeah.
Like in the beginning of 24-Hour People, and he's doing this. He's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to find silence.
Yeah.
I'm trying to record the silence.
Yeah.
But he's just talking the whole time.
Yeah, you can't really.
But he found it. He found that sound.
He did. Well, let's see a video from a man who found an incredible sound under a bridge.
Yes. Is he doing that with his body?
This could have been in Twin Peaks.
This is the best damn cup of coffee I've ever had. Wow.
Sometimes my arms in black.
That is an amazing specimen of merman / saxophone. Is that saxophone?
I think it's, what do you call it? Those that are kind of like clarinets.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of the clarinet saxophone. I can't remember what those are called.
I don't know. I'm more of an oboe person.
Mm-hmm. You are?
Yeah. I love oboe. You know that. I love oboe.
I do know you love oboe because they use oboe during all the dumb scenes in reality shows.
Actually, that is true. That is not wrong, and I stand behind it. But let's just change my answer to cello. Cello is so cool. Yes, very good. Yes.
Let's make it far more like fancy.
Okay, oboe is dumb music. It's like I don't know if Gavin really likes me, and then can you do the oboe? But like I won't tell him I'm really married. You see, it's great. It's fantastic. To me, that's art.
Yeah.
Okay, you can find art anywhere, apparently.
You really can. Like, if you try hard enough, you can justify anything. Oh, and Kaylee Janie says, Marcus, does your dad like Junior Brown? Yeah, he does. No, he loves Junior Brown. Of course he does. So we got time for, I think...
We have some time. We have a little time left.
Yeah, we got a little time left. So what do you think?
So, Kakakudo pedo piece again? Or?
Sure.
Okay. Can we play it again? Can we
let's do it. Let's go for it.
Remember, if you have children, just turn this, just make sure they see this.
Yeah.
Just bring them in from whatever they're watching on their phones, and here it is.
Yeah. I wonder if these kids can do it. Any kid.
I mean, they're actors. I'm sorry.
That is true. They are actors. They are probably talented in many ways.
But they're great. They're doing
Little
fantastic.
mosquito? They say something about a little mosquito?
Something like that. Man, she's doing her steps and saying it right.
She is. No, it's got this like great...
Nailing it.
It's got this great like new wave feeling. Like it's got the same feel that you would hear when they would do like a new wave song for a horror movie in the early '80s, like for like a Freddy Krueger, like for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah. We're totally auditioning to do RuPaul judging, apparently. I really love the look. This is great. I love the Kakakudo pelo piece.
Yeah. If I never see another side ponytail.
I like it. It's good. It works. It works. For children.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up, and I'm going to see who wrote this. Oh, wait. There's the website. Go ahead. Visita la web de Enrique y Ana, please.
Los Punkitos.
They're so good.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, Enrique and Ana, they did a bunch, like they were huge for a while, and then Ana retired to go to school and just like kind of lived a normal life, and Enrique kept going, and but he couldn't quite hack it without Ana, unfortunately. Yeah.
So which one's Enrique out of the two?
They're not even in this scene. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Okay. So Enrique and Ana were like a pop group?
Yes.
Like a pop duo?
It's weird because he was like 20 and she was like 8. And they played brother and sister and did a lot. Like he started out like doing a lot of acting and musicals and stuff. And then like he started doing like children. I know it seems weird. I know it. I looked it up. And this is Spain in the, I guess in the early
80s, yeah.
Yeah, they started in 1977, and then by 1983 they killed it. They just released a lot of records, a lot of hits. This movie came out. It's on YouTube. I almost finished it. And then they kind of went their own way.
Yeah.
But it's a very strange pairing of an adult man and a child.
Yeah. That's weird. That's very European. Because I can see because I love Italian disco. And the Italians also did very strange things in that same area.
It takes me out of it. And I lived in Europe for 2 years. I lived in Spain when I was a kid. Remember that? And it's just, everything's weird. You just got to go along with it. As long as it's going, cacaculo pedo pis. Yeah. That's all you got to do.
I'll roll with it. Yeah. I'll always roll with it.
Yes. Oh, it's a White Stripes only Spanish. Yes, except they're I get it. The brother and sister. They're nothing. As far as I looked up, nothing inappropriate happened.
Yeah, because that's the thing. White Stripes only Spanish. Because the White Stripes were actually a divorced couple, which would have meant if they were White Stripes only Spanish, then it would have been highly illegal.
Oh yes, I really love walking into these traps. Really fun.
Mr. Tom Bobadilla asked, but who is playing the drums? It's on the guitar.
Yeah.
Drum loop. Let's do.
We know these things.
Yeah, we know these things.
I think.
Let's do. If we're staying in other countries for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like let's stick with some like one of the things that I love is commercial music, and I love other countries because other countries. They, for some reason, just hired the most incredible musicians to come up with their commercials. I don't know why they did it. I don't know how they did it. Japan, in particular, does incredible commercial music. For example, check out this insane commercial for Micronauts.
For what?
You'll see. Tiny cars. Little toys.
クローマンロードステーション基地完成。さらに広がるミクロマンゾーンの威力。もうミクロマンに敵はない。
言うことないよお父さん。もしかしてあなたはミクロマン？
What did he say at the end?
Kuroma. The Kurunaman.
That's great.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's actually we've got one more. It's a band called the Blue Hearts. This is also another incredible Japanese commercial.
気が狂いそう優しい歌が好きであなたにも聞かせたいこのまま僕は
これがスーパーカジュアルだ IN エクスプレスいつまでもこのままさ
Yeah. All that fashion.
Oh, I loved it. Remember when we went to Japan and I tried to buy clothes there, and apparently I'm an extra large there.
Yeah.
I'm too tall or something.
Yep. We tried buying clothes in Japan, and
I don't fit in anything.
I didn't fit in anything either. We tried our hardest.
I bought a backpack.
I bought larges, and they were still way too small for me.
But they make good music.
They make incredible music.
That's amazing. You know who I just found? I just was listening to Guitar Wolf.
Yeah, I love Guitar Wolf.
Seiji, because I guess we should say. Can we say?
Sure, we can say. Yeah.
We're releasing a little small 2-parter on Link Ray, coming out pretty soon. And Seiji, this Japanese musician, he was just he said he was at Tower Records one day in the 80s, and he picked up Link Ray's Rumble. I guess the vinyl record, I suppose.
Sure.
And he listened to it, and then he's like, I need to start a real rock and roll band. And then it became Guitar Wolf.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I fucking love Guitar Wolf so much. We should watch Wild Zero sometime. I don't think we've ever watched the Guitar Wolf movie.
I don't know. We have not watched that.
Yeah, we should watch it.
Okay, so Seiji, check out Seiji.
Yeah, and check out Guitar Wolf.
It's the same thing.
It's the
wolf guitar? Am I saying it wrong?
No, it's the band is Guitar Wolf,
Okay.
but it's Wolf Guitar. But there's many wolves. Yeah, bass wolf, guitar wolf,
I just found out today.
so on. So
I'm new at this.
yeah, they do the best version of Summertime Blues that's ever existed.
Yes, that's what I was listening to.
Yep,
it was really good.
that's what they're known
Oh,
for.
good because it's like a lot of it's Japanese, so you can so the words won't distract you while you're doing stuff, but you're still listening to rockin' music.
Yeah, that's
Unless
all-
you know Japanese, then you're shit out of luck. But it was so good, so good.
Yeah, incredible. Well, speaking of so good, we're here at the end of the episode, which means that we need to do
It's a stream.
our episode stream. Yeah, stream. Our last segment. Will you do?
Here we go. All right. Oh, Kraftwerk. We were doing that.
Actually, that's how the Krautrock series started.
Yeah, we're gonna do Kraftwerk, and then they were just like, Rolf was just a regular guy. Like they were very regular guys, and very private. It was very, very difficult to get into their lives, and it was just like, was it a struggle? Was it hard? No, like my dad let me, and I'm like, okay, how are we gonna get into this? So Kraftwerk, it would be, I would say, we may not do a series on, but I would love to do a series on like one of their albums or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the first few
like-
Kraftwerk albums. I fucking adore.
Maybe give it a little less of a No Dogs thing, but you
Yeah.
know, like a one-off or something. I would love to do that. Industrial music, abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
It's the kind of music I would make. It's the kind of music I listen to when I'm sad, although it's not always the music I listen to when I'm sad, by
Not
the way.
always.
Can we play it?
Of course.
Okay, Eric, can you cue the music I listen to when I'm sad? It's a 90s banger. It's a little thing. Oh, unless you don't have it, it's okay.
Somewhere, somehow, neither here nor there. Run away, train never coming back. Run away, train tearing up the track.
Is a song that you listen to when you're sad. Because it actually leads into what she says it's about.
Oh yeah. Talk about it in our replacement.
But the most important thing about this song is that it's not supposed to cheer you up. It's supposed to make you feel okay with feeling sad. And I listened to this like 8 times before I came over.
Just let it flow. Don't resist.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
And then fight. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Back to will you do a series on? Woo.
Feeling better.
I needed that. Thank you. David Bowie, new one. Oh, yes.
You know, our David Bowie series is gonna be large.
Well, that was the thing, is like, because there's already a David Bowie series or a documentary called David Bowie, like the first 5 years.
First 5 years, yeah.
And then I was like, well, why don't we do David Bowie the first 6 years? And then, like, I don't know, just do that or something like that. Or do more like eras.
Yeah, I mean,
David Bowie eras.
we have
his
thought
Eras tour, which is, that kind of thing.
No, we have thought about doing like let's do Ziggy Stardust, let's do like Thin White Duke. I'm a big Thin White Duke fan myself, because that's the thing is that covering David Bowie, like you kind of got to wade through a fair amount of garbage before you start getting to like the real gold.
Oh no, I love his pop boy stuff.
The David the Gnome stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's good.
Oh, I'm David the Gnome. We're here singing about the forest.
I love it. He's like, that was good. I'm going to release that.
That's
And then 10
lead
years later, it's
single.
like, oh, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Oh, gosh. And then he listened to the Velvet Underground's first album, and he's like, okay, I need to change everything I thought I would do.
Yeah, and then that's what he did, Hunky Dory. Well, I guess he did Man Who Sold the World first.
Or maybe it was just a mountain of cocaine that did it. But either way, he was inspired.
The cocaine, that was more Thin White Duke years. He was doing the cocaine during Ziggy Stardust, of course, and definitely a little bit during Hunky Dory.
Practically a co-writer during that era.
During that era. Oh, yeah. Well, that's famously, he doesn't remember recording Station to Station because he was doing too much cocaine. He has no memory whatsoever. It's my favorite Bowie album, and he has no memory of recording it at all.
You know what we should do, and we talked about it? We could do David Bowie, the Berlin trilogy.
Yes.
Which is when he went to Berlin to stay away from his coke dealers, and he brought Iggy Pop with him, which is weird that he did. But he brought a sober Iggy Pop, or a wanting to be sober Iggy Pop, and they just figured like, let's just hang out here. We'll just like party 2 nights a week, and then the rest of the time we'll just recover and then make some music. And then they did, and then they came out with obviously The Idiot and other amazing.
Low.
So good, so good, so good.
Incredible.
So maybe we'll do the Berlin era. We'll keep it at that.
I'd love to do it. Yes. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in.
Are we done? Okay.
We're done.
All right. Okay. Cue the song one more time. Just a little thing before we leave, right?
Sure.
Which song are we doing? Twin Peaks or?
Let's do Runaway Train.
Okay, Runaway Train. Thank you guys for coming and showing up. Or if you're watching this at a later time, thank you.
The song's not about runaways, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's about depression. Yes, and you know, when we suffer from depression, you put on a mask a lot. But when this song goes on, there's no mask. Yeah, take off your mask. You don't need it. No, it's just us and total silence. You got it?
You got it.
Okay.
Flow through.
And don't forget, David Lynch is always with us.
I appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
This time I have really let myself